What? No, you're fine. No, because you weren't aware that you might be joining while the movie was watching, I sent you my quotes if you want to take any of them, if you like them. Railroad.
Railroad.
Scooby-Doo and Raggy and Red and Relma and Raffney.
The whole gang.
Ristery Rink. Rappy-Doo.
I need some tape. I didn't watch the movie, so
That's fine. I'm sure, like I said last time, you've probably seen this several times.
it's been a while.
Stained style.
Crocodile.
Alex texted me today.
Would she text you?
Something about our trip.
Picture of her boobs.
I wish. No, it was about our trip.
What if like all the time, Lucas, like you and I are just like doing this podcast stuff, and in the background, Marina and Alex are just sending pictures of their boobs to each other?
That'd be crazy. So they communicate.
That'd be hot. You communicate via boob pics.
That's why I didn't respond, because it wasn't a boob pic.
Like proto apes.
Oh, sorry.
We're the intellectuals hosting a podcast. Meanwhile, the women are sending pictures of their bodies. We're gonna jump right into the facts. I think we can move this along. If we go to like 9:30, we can finish the whole thing. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
2 thumbs up.
Whoa.
You never tune into the YouTube to see the things that we always say. Lucas, do them all. Do the thumbs up and thumbs down. 2 thumbs down is rain, I think. Do hearts. It wasn't peace sign, balloons. That's the one that the therapist hated.
Why would you do peace signs in a therapy section?
I don't know, but it's popped up.
It's
People
like
have been
accidentally,
upset.
you know.
I'm almost done.
Do the one that makes the Chinese man pop up behind you.
Mm-mm.
No, he was doing Chinese eye, not the...
Oh.
She doesn't like that one.
Tell Alex I got her text.
She got your text.
Tell her Marina says show your boobies. Send her a picture of her boobs.
She can do that herself.
All right.
I want a picture of your boobs. Both of them.
No,
tell her I did not say that.
Just Marina wants
Just Marina.
I'm on a stroke, so one side's lost.
She's a stroke.
You have a stroke and even your boob starts to sag? That's funny. Caesar, why are you right there?
All right, let's do this.
Let's do this.
Bye.
All right, you ready? Caesar, you get out from...
He's been so annoying today.
You better not lay right there. Go up on the bed. Go up.
Go up.
Go up. There's a bed down here. Go up. Go up. Go lay down. Good job. All right. You ready now? 1, 2, 3. Play. Okay, we've been dialed in sync on those claps, but that clap of mine was like extremely loud.
Yeah, it hurt my ear.
Holy cow.
Close.
Yeah, you love that film.
What?
Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close.
I don't think I love it.
You own it, though, which says
Yeah.
something.
Favorite movie.
You didn't own a ton of films. Yeah, it's your favorite movie.
Kelly's still awake.
But that's okay. She's not standing like she was the last time when we were like, she's not going to wake up. Ah! It's fact time.
20.
It's fuckberry dung facts time.
It's not what we landed on. Let's see. How many facts do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 facts. A decent
Goodness.
amount. First fact is that the director, Raja Gosnell, not Raja, wanted a real-life couple to play Daphne and Fred. His first choice was Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr. Prinze Jr. didn't originally want to do the film because he felt it wouldn't live up to the Scooby cartoons, but Gellar talked him into it. So they were together even before this came out.
They've been together for a while.
Mhm.
Those two. It's adorable. Their second choice was Danny DeVito and Rhea Perlman. I think if they didn't make it,
And then
because they've
third
been together
choice,
for a while.
Dax Shepard and Kristen Bell.
And last is Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds.
There we go.
Everyone hates them.
Boo.
Yeah, we're on Team Justin Baldoni.
Are we?
Yeah.
I don't know the drama about it.
It's because you didn't see the movie.
Well, it's Ryan Reynolds also.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see Scooby-Doo?
No.
Oh.
The movie that they're in together. It ends with us.
Oh.
The one me and my mom
It's
went
not
to see.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like us.
They not like us. It ends with us. It ends with us.
Yeah, and she's a pedo or something. What's the next fact?
Neil Fanning was on set every day to provide Scooby's dialogue for the cast to interact with. This led to him and Matthew Lillard becoming close friends as they had to be very inventive to make Shaggy and Scooby's friendship convincing.
And extremely close friends, and incredibly close friends.
And loud.
And loud.
Loud friends and close friends.
Like me and Alex.
Loud and close?
True.
You're only 340-something miles apart.
Don't talk about it.
Next, Sarah Michelle Gellar had to film Scooby-Doo around her already hectic Buffy the Vampire Slayer schedule. The producers of both productions arranged it so that she would spend 2 weeks in LA shooting Buffy, and then the next 2 weeks in Queensland, Australia, filming Scooby-Doo. So every 2 weeks she would fly from LA to Australia.
My classmate was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
The one that slept with Carrie Fisher.
Dated Carrie Fisher.
And Helen Mirren.
Went steady with. No, and Glenn Close.
Glenn Close, that's
Extremely
right.
loud and incredibly Glenn Close. That's right.
Extremely Fisher and incredibly Glenn Close.
Incredibly Glenn Close.
That's an amazing joke. The setup for that, I wish we had planned that.
Yeah, exactly. We planned it.
Next, originally
Chekhov's setup.
Yeah, Chekhov's setup. Chekhov's close.
Chekhov's close.
Next up, originally Matthew Lillard would scream for a very long time to make his voice all hoarse to do a perfect Shaggy imitation, but it didn't work out, so he began trying to imitate the voice he did when his voice was all tired out from all the screaming.
An imitation of an imitation.
He's a method screamer.
I should have smoked crack.
Oh, wow, yeah, I didn't know smoking crack makes you sound like Shaggy.
I'm reading an author who smoked crack right now.
The thing is, if you smoke crack, you sound like Shaggy. You sound like Shaggy, the singer, not Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. So,
yeah. That's right.
Did he actually smoke crack?
I don't know. Oh. I cannot confirm or deny.
I doubt it.
I want to say I doubt it, but
racist stereotype.
Yeah. Next, despite the movie poster of the gang being in front of the shadow of the Luna Ghost, the villain only appears in the first few minutes of the film. This is because the Luna Ghost was originally intended to be the main antagonist in the early draft of the script.
You're like cop-out. What a cop-out. I wanted the Luna Ghost. The whole time I was sitting there waiting for it.
I mean, it happens in the first couple minutes. You get the Luna Ghost.
Well, in a more meaningful fashion. What's the most iconic Scooby-Doo villain? Is there one?
The one
Can't
that always
be the Loch Ness Monster.
The one that always comes to my mind is that like ghostly like underwater scuba diver with like the full suit with the little window, the circular one window over the face thing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't really, it's like always like a big like Frankenstein looking guy.
No, it's a deep sea diver suit.
I'm gonna go with more like Frankenstein.
Are you sure it's not deep sea diver guy?
Ghost
feel like
guy.
it's a ghost a lot.
A haunted ghost.
Scooby-Doo deep sea diver monster. This guy. Ghost of Captain Cutler.
I know what that is, but I don't think that's the most iconic.
He's pretty cool.
That's the one that came to my mind immediately. But
He's a guy. He's invented.
he is a guy. I like that you're like, what's the most iconic character? And you guys just settled on not even specifically a specific one, just Ghost.
We have a different one every episode, I guess.
Next, the majority of the cast and crew have disowned the film and hate it. Freddie Prinze Jr. had low opinions on the wardrobe of Fred, specifically the ascot. And Sarah Michelle Gellar was once asked in an interview which of her films she would forbid her children from watching, between I Know What You Did Last Summer or Cruel Intentions, and she ended up choosing this film. Linda Cardellini was also dissatisfied and found it too raunchy for a children's film, but Matthew Lillard initially hated it, but eventually warmed up to it, as his performance as Shaggy was consistently praised even amongst the critics who hated the films.
Yeah, everyone loves Shaggy, so of course he's not going to shit on it. He's like the America's good guy, or
yeah, I mean, we saw Without a Paddle.
Exactly. He's like a firefighter or something.
That's Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
I like that Freddie Prinze Jr.'s like one thing. He's like, I hated the film. My wardrobe. I had to wear an ascot.
That's what he has to wear, Fred.
It hurt. This film hurt my ascot.
Extremely ascot. Incredibly.
Extremely loud and incredibly caught. Extremely ass and incredibly caught.
That's where it is.
It took too many tries to get there. You shouldn't have done it.
You do better.
This is live,
I'm not even trying.
Next, this is one of the few Scooby-Doo films to reveal the first names of Scooby and Shaggy as respectively Scoobert and Norville.
Ooh, Norville Doo. That's interesting.
No, it's Shaggy's name is really Scoobert, and Scoobert's real name isn't Norville.
It's Norville Doo. I would have never guessed.
No. Scoobert Doo.
Scoobert Doobert.
Bad name.
What about Norville?
It's bad. They're all bad. That's why they call him Shaggy.
She hates the name Fred.
Frederick.
I
don't think that's what I meant.
Freddie.
Next, a full-size stand-in puppet of Scooby was built by Jim Henson's Creature Shop for the film, but it ultimately went unused and Scooby became a CG character instead. They're about to do this all Kermit the Frog style.
That would have been cool. That would have been better. And then, it's always better if you have puppets. Yoda was better as a puppet.
You didn't watch the Country Bears, but they were pretty bad.
Country Bears were better as a puppet.
You didn't like Clifford.
I didn't like animated Clifford.
If it had a Dazed and Confused vibe, though, it would have been better.
And if he was a puppet, yeah.
Those are the two things that would make Clifford way better. If he was a puppet, and if it had more of a Dazed and Confused vibe.
And if Shawn Mendes wasn't in it.
That was Lyle Crocodile.
That would make Clifford better if Lyle didn't have Shawn Mendes in it.
Marina loved that TikTok meme, the la 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 la.
I sent every single one of them to Seth.
Lyle's a dumbass.
I remember my Snapchat with my crocodile socks, and I la 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 la. What a movie. Pet ultimate fact is that Dairy Queen began promoting the film with a kids' meal toys, frozen cakes, and a limited edition Mystery Crunch Blizzard flavor.
Ooh. Mystery flavor is always just whatever you have extra of, I found out. They
just mix it all together.
Yeah, or if you have like we didn't sell any butterscotch this month. It's like mystery flavors butterscotch. There you go. What is it? You never know. It's butterscotch.
We sold so little mustard this week. We gotta put it in the blizzard.
That's like the Dum Dum, like the little tiny lollipops. Their
the question
mystery
mark one?
flavor,
Yeah.
was always just the two, like when they would stop making one and start making another, like where they blended together. It was just that, yeah.
And then Airheads was all the flavors like
And you're
mixed
supposed
together.
to send in the Dum Dum
The
wrappers
ones that
or
have
save them.
the
That's not
the
Dum Dums. That's the
the Tootsie Pop
Yeah.
with the star where the Native
What the fuck
American with
did
the
that ever come
archer.
to?
I don't know. I think those were all lies.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe you got a prize or some coupon or something.
Oh, yeah.
A coupon?
That was alleged.
And last fact for us today is the nominations. It was the winner for favorite fart in a movie in the Kids' Choice Awards for Matthew Lillard.
Of course.
Nominee for best virtual performance at MTV Movie Awards for Scooby-Doo. The Teen Choice Awards, winner for Film Choice Actress for Sarah Michelle Gellar, nominee for Comedy Movie, nominee for Actor for Matthew Lillard, nominee for Actor for Freddie Prinze, nominee for Choice Chemistry between Fred and Daphne, and nomination for Movie of the Summer. Stinker's Bad Movie Awards, nominee for Worst On-Screen Group, nominee for Worst Resurrection of a TV Show, Most Distracting Celebrity Cameo Appearance.
I think it was William Faulkner.
No, I think it was Pamela Anderson at the beginning.
There
Nominee
wasn't celebrated Nobel author William Faulkner.
Pretty sure it's not. Nominee for most annoying non-human character for Scooby-Doo. Nominee for most intrusive score. Nominee for most painfully unfunny comedy. Winner for most annoying non-human character. Wait, it was a nominee and a winner?
Two in the category.
Yeah, one was for... Oh, Scrappy-Doo was the winner. Scooby-Doo was the nom. And winner for worst screenplay for a film grossing more than $100 million using Hollywood math. And then...
Is that different than Montana math?
That's good.
Thanks.
My dad used math. Now he's in prison. What was the billboard?
Ask me about attending my father's funeral in shackles.
Yeah, that's a good one. It just says that and then Montana Meth Project.
I don't think I will ask him. Yeah. So speaking of which, Nicole.
Wait, I had Razzies.
Montana. Oh,
but we're gonna get to that. Nominee for worst supporting actor for Freddie Prinze and nominee for most flatulent teen targeted movie. Now, Nicole's doing meth in Montana for sure.
Who's Nicole?
Nicole Kidman.
Oh.
Yeah, she's smoking that meth.
My technician.
I forgot about her.
Nicole Rain's technician is there too.
Yeah, my technician is there. Well. Nicole and Nicole are the Montana Meth Project.
Yeah.
They have a booth at the state fair called the Montana Meth Project, but it's just where they just smoke meth instead of like advocating for it.
And then they do art projects together.
Yeah, and they eat all the people that put the baked goods in the contest.
They eat all the people there. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad they were able to take place in the Montana State Fair.
Good for Nicole. She's getting up in the world.
She is. So should we get into a movie?
Movie.
Let's do it.
So we start off with Ray Liotta with a little voiceover saying, "Ever since I could remember, I always wanted to be Scooby-Doo."
No, this is not Goodfellas. I always wanted. He didn't even want to be like a. What do they call themselves? Are they detectives? I'm guessing detectives, but but they're also gangsters.
They're cool and they're hippies.
It starts with the Warner Brothers logo, and then Scooby-Doo takes a bite out of it, and then my friend Charles laughs.
What?
Have you ever heard Connor Hint laugh?
I mean, I'm sure I have, but
he laughs like.
Did you ever hit that growth spurt?
He's still 5'7".
No. Well, you're 5'7".
Yeah, that means I didn't hit the growth spurt either.
Well, you can't make fun of him for being 5'7" if you're 5'7".
Oh no, we're the same height.
Charles.
We're the same height.
No, he was like 5'1" in my memory.
No, he's not that short.
He was like a little guy.
I like that in our videos. Caesar just licking his junk right in between us.
Yeah.
I like it. Hi,
So the
Caesar boy.
Mystery Inc. gang are inspecting a scene at a toy factory, trying to identify and catch the mysterious.
Ghost.
Underwater scuba diver.
Yeah, the Luna Ghost. Lucas's favorite antagonist. And Velma laid out a careful plan, as she does, but the gang simply lacks the discipline to follow it. And in the end, the ghost was only captured due to sheer luck on part of Scooby and Shaggy and their crazy antics. It's mostly just skateboarding. They do a lot of skateboarding in it.
It's the early 2000s, yeah.
Mm. They said cowabunga. They probably said rad.
Wiggity, wiggity, wiggity.
Yeah, rocket power.
Yeah.
You ever play the PS2 Rocket Power video game?
Is that the one where there's all these shadows of Colossus running around?
I think that's Shadow of Colossus.
I get those confused off.
It's probably that pirate one.
The Sea of Thieves?
Yeah.
What about Cat in the Hat?
That was my jam.
What about a movie?
A movie, yeah.
What about Buzz?
Buzz is a great game. We love Buzz. I was thinking Buzz Lightyear at first. Buzz is great.
I don't like playing it against you guys.
I think I only beat Brandon 0 times ever. I don't think I ever beat him.
You're my most formidable opponent, though.
What a loser. I have like a reputation at Mission as being like the trivia guy.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have like elementary school teachers calling me up and asking me trivia questions in my class that they're like third graders have. They're like, is Washington D.C. named after George Washington? And I'm like, definitely. Why'd you have to call me? You're like, you have a college degree.
Oh wait, this is not the students calling you to say that. This is the teachers.
That's the teacher to ask me confirm. And then she's like, yeah. And then they were telling me this lie about peanut butter being, you could turn it into a diamond. I was like, well, you could do that, yeah. And then she's like, what? I was like, I gotta go.
They should have Googled it.
Yeah.
They should have got out there
encyclopedias. I like the ego boost though.
Yeah, that's nice. From all the Mr. L's you take.
And my kids, yeah, like a break from learning.
They had a Jeopardy question the other day about Miss Rachel.
Ooh, you would have nailed it.
Yeah.
It was, where is your nose? Where can it be? Where is it your nose? Count to it with me.
Are the bunnies hopping?
So yeah, they capture the Luna Ghost. Everybody, he's all bundled in toys. He fell from the sky. Pamela Anderson comes busting through the wall of the toy factory in the Mystery Machine with fans of the gang just running in. And Fred comes up to the ghost, reveals it never was a ghost, but in fact, Old Man Smithers, who was infatuated with Pamela Anderson and wanted her to fall in love with him.
Doesn't everybody?
Famous
Probably.
Boobs.
Ooh, yeah, very famous boobs. And after this whole thing, after they solve the mystery, there's this long brewing friction between Fred and Daphne and Velma, which causes the gang to argue and then subsequently disband as a group, abandoning a dismayed Shaggy and Scooby, leaving them to care for the gang's van, the Mystery Machine, all by themselves.
It's like the Beatles. And
I thought
the
you
Eagles.
I thought you said the Eagles. The football team or the band?
Like the guy, the man.
The man, the eagle.
The Eagles. Mr. The Eagles.
One man has plural form of a bird.
Or vice versa. Creative differences and the pressures of being famous. It got to him.
Yep. And so you cut to 2 years later. A man enlists the help of Shaggy and Scooby to solve a mystery after a near hotboxing scenario in their van. It was really them.
Incredibly close hotboxing scenario.
It was them actually just cooking, but it looked like they were hotboxing. They accept when they find out. They don't want to do it because they hear spooky in the name, but they accept when they find that they are gifted an all-you-can-eat like buffet during the investigation. So they're like, rear in.
Rear in.
And all the gang members actually are individually invited to solve the mystery on the horror-themed tropical resort named Spooky Island at the behest of owner Emil Mondavarius, who believes that the visiting tourists have fallen under a demonic curse. And so each of the members of the gang show up to the airport expecting to be solving on the mystery on their own, but when they arrive, they see the whole gang has been assembled yet again and hesitantly accept the job, but not for one last rendezvous as a group, but for the fame for themselves.
It's a little Agatha Christie feeling vibes almost. Destination, mystery solving, individuals coming back together, setups, invitations.
I don't know enough Agatha Christie to speak on that.
Philistine.
I'm sorry.
Plebeian.
I'm sorry. I'm a simpleton.
It's like a Knives Out, but for other people.
Yeah, for other people that solve mysteries. Knives Out is so good.
Both of them.
Both of them.
I really liked both of them.
Third one's coming. It's called Dead Man's Penis or something like that. What's it called?
I don't think it's called A Man's Penis. I'll tell you that
No,
much.
Dead Man's Penis.
I don't think
I'll look it
so.
up.
Dead Man Walking.
Wake Up Dead Man. A penis mystery.
No.
A Knives Out mystery.
An extremely loud mystery.
Extremely penis.
What was that show we watched that was like Knives Out?
Oh, the one that
The
my
Rich
mom
Family?
recommended?
Yeah.
It had Nicole Kidman in it. And Liev Schreiber.
Ooh, Birth?
No, it's not Birth. It was pretty good, but the theme song was horrendous. It was called, she was just in it last year. Where is her filmography?
May December.
The Perfect Couple.
Yeah, Perfect Couple.
Kind of a forgettable title.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
let's see. Fred has been on the talk tour with his new book. Velma's been working for NASA developing hydro-powered missile defense systems. Daphne's a black belt now and has transformed her body into a dangerous weapon. They're all here
for NASA.
Right, yeah. Don't come solve this mystery. Like, you're doing big things.
Better things.
But they're all here for their own glory. And they're like, well, there's the four of us. Where's Scooby? He's dressed up like grandma. They don't let big dogs on the planes.
They don't. And I think Marina would have noticed this too.
They don't let
big
Sam
dog
on planes. Unless he's dressed like a grandma.
That this whole time it's supposed to be like a fun kids movie, right? And it is, but you do get this sense, this undertone of just like impending doom, this like peril, this sort of like supernatural evil pervading right off the screen, almost seeping into the film.
This movie makes sense, but every movie we watch doesn't have an impending doom undertone.
A little bit. This one does.
Set It Up, Roman Holiday, How Do You Know?
This one does, especially.
This one for sure. But yeah, so he's dressed as grandma. I'm unsure if people are actually falling for it or not, since big dogs aren't allowed. But the bit continues on the airport. It continues through the flight, and on the flight, Shaggy meets a girl. It's Isla Fisher. Her name's Mary Jane.
Classic.
And he's immediately enamored by her. But her one stipulation is that she's allergic to dogs, so she can't be around Scooby that much. But he really falls for her when she finds out that she loves to eat dog treats too, just like him.
They're made for each other.
It's so disgusting.
He's like, oh my god, are those Scooby snacks? She's like, I know it's weird, but I love them. He's like, oh my gosh, me too. And Marina's like, it's a dog treat.
Dogs like human food, though.
Yeah, but humans don't like dog food unless you're Callie.
Yeah.
Unless you're 18 months old.
And you're just grabbing handfuls of whatever's in front of you.
Or you mute your taste buds with THC.
Or you dip your balls in soy sauce so you only taste soy sauce. And then you eat the dog food. Ooh, found out a new way to eat.
Found out a new date night. Yeah.
And so let's see. They get to the island. It's visited by thousands of vacation-hungry teenagers every year. When they arrive, they're chaotic and undisciplined, just like a college spring break kid is. But when they depart, they're all prim and proper and not like a standard teenager at all. You get one scenario where this guy just got to the island. He's got spiky hair. He runs up. He's like, "Oh my God, Carol, we've known each other since we were 3 years old. How's the island? What should I see?" And she's like, "Get the fuck away from me." And she grabs him by the neck and just launches his ass across the beach. She's strong as hell.
It's a metaphor for industrialization.
And impending doom.
I mean, that comes along with it, hand in hand. The nation started to fall.
And so while Shaggy and Scoopy hope this will bring the gang back together, Velma, Fred, and Daphne immediately split off and are intent on solving the mystery on their own. So Velma attends a ritualistic performance given by actor Ngu Tauna and his henchman, the famous luchador Zarkos.
This is not Lenny Kravitz.
This is not Lenny Kravitz, no.
Oh, okay.
You just
Good
said
performance.
so many words, and I was not listening.
Thanks for the support, honey.
I'm so
It was like
tired.
a Zulu thing.
It was like a Zulu thing. Ngu claims that ancient demons once ruled the island, but have been plotting revenge ever since they were displaced by the resort 10 years ago. He's even got holograms. Velma sees right through it. And while Shaggy is distracted by Mary Jane, Scooby is lured into the forest by a stranger on the phone with a promise of hamburgers, where he is inevitably attacked by a demon. But he manages to escape by defeating the demon and launching it off a pine tree.
I think the same maneuver was taken in The Exorcist.
Where they launch
by the Exorcist.
They launch her ass through a pine tree.
Through pine tree.
It's a catapult style. So they all do their own things. They all are like led separately but independently to the resort's haunted house ride. And while they're in there, after some slight arguments between Fred, Daphne, and Velma, they all decide, well, we're just going to get along for the time being in order to split up and search for clues. And inside this ride, hidden demons are hiding, and they activate the rides. And the ride is like genuinely very scary. It like swinging axes. It just runs your cart into a wall of swords.
Very Agatha Christie-esque.
Stop.
They were like, Shaggy and Scooby got sucked to the dining room wall where like the turkey's like the turkey breast, it opened up and out came a little xenomorph to try and eat them. It was definitely an alien, like Agatha Christie style kind of thing.
Yeah, incredibly close of them to do so.
and
super loud.
Oh, so loud.
Loud.
Like almost extremely.
I had to turn my volume down.
And so they're all about to die. They somehow all manage to survive in their own ways when Fred blocks a giant swinging axe with a book and is flown through a window that's into the control room. He falls through and he turns off the rides, and inside, him and Velma discover like a film that educates about the human culture. It's it's one of those like work videos.
Like an OSHA training.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Training videos.
Sexual harassment punishment video.
Yeah, sexual harassment in the workplace. Exactly. Why
you're doing it.
How to de-escalate a situation.
So they sexual harass them.
It's not teaching you how to do it. Well, I guess it kind of is by teaching you how not to.
How to, and then don't do it. It seems like you're asking for trouble.
Yeah, they're giving you both. They should really only give you one.
Mixed signals.
So they're learning about that while Daphne discovers a pyramid-shaped artifact called the Daemon Ritus. She doesn't know what it does.
Reference.
It's not an Agatha Christie reference.
You'll see. Chekhov's Christie.
Shut the fuck up. And Velma concludes that the haunted house, after watching the video, is like a brainwashing facility for a secret cult. So they're getting like good clues. Meanwhile, Shaggy and Scooby are on the film set's kitchen, and they're just burping and farting back and forth. Classic for Kids' Choice Teen Choice Awards. But with their new information, they convene together. They're almost caught, and they overhear the guards saying that the Damon Ritus is gone, and they're sending in the big guns. So they know they're onto something. And so the whole gang exits kind of happily laughing and connected as a crew again.
Scooby-Doo's a comic?
Scooby-Doo?
He's a comic, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that doesn't surprise me at all.
He does, like, stand-up and stuff.
No, not a comic that way.
Yeah, he does. He's a comic.
He goes, so what's the deal with airline
tour.
food?
What's the deal, right, Rod Rude?
He does the Matt Rife thing where he just like heckling people in the crowds. He does a lot of crowd work.
He does some
Like
crowd
that
work.
one guy I follow on TikTok.
Is it Matt Rife?
No,
I don't
it's-
like Matt Rife.
It's a guy that does like
Shoot, what's his
auto-tune
name?
singing stuff.
I forget his name.
Matt Rife.
Matt Rife
Anyways.
Matt Rife had a Netflix special and
He got canceled. You don't need to know who he is.
he did get canceled. I can't remember why, but he did.
Oh, there's a crowd work
Probably
comedian that
sexual
I know
harassment.
of.
And her name is Agatha Christie.
Not Matt Rife.
Shagatha Christie.
Jeff
What about that?
Arcuri. That's who I'm thinking of.
But what about
Jeff
Shagatha Christie?
Arcuri. Shagatha Christie. That's funny.
Yeah, that's good. So as they've all
Doesn't have a
connected,
Wikipedia page.
later at the resort's hotel, they brief Mondavarius on their top suspects, including Ngu, the ritualistic guy, the voodoo man that Daphne had seen, and Mondavarius himself. He's like, what? Mr. Bean is like, what?
What?
Morgan
Mondavarius
J is his name.
crazy. Mondavarius is a cool name. Sounds like an SEC lineman.
But there is this nice little filmmaking tension as Ngu, after said he's going to be a suspect, is standing in the hotel lobby, watching and slowly circling in on Velma, examining the Damon Ritus pyramid. He creeps through the lobby, nearing them, but then sits at a piano and plays soft jazz instead. I was like, that's nice. I like
Dramatic
that.
irony.
And Velma recollects. She met this guy. This guy is like... This guy is kind of like interested in her, and they recollect on the old days, the good old days of the past. She tells them about the pyramid and then the Scooby-Doo and how they ditched Scrappy-Doo and they made all their lives better. And it was she just got drunk, I think. She was like giggling like she was drunk. They had several too many Mai Tais.
Yeah.
Or stoned.
I think she was drunk.
That's what the big media would want you to think.
Have you ever noticed that your clock up there says pastor?
No, I haven't.
I hardly know her.
Pastor. And so after recollecting in the lobby, a monster breaks through the window. And nice. Fred, Velma, and Mondavarius are all kidnapped, knocked unconscious with gassy breath, and later possessed by the island's demons. What, gassy breath?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Marina doesn't like gassy breath.
Moist.
What do you like more?
Severed corpses.
Sure.
Do you like severed corpses or extremely loud and incredibly close more?
Probably the movie.
We knew it. It's her favorite.
Yeah, of course it is. We'll pick it up.
Lucas, I've been thinking about my birthday movie this year, and I think you'll be very happy.
Is it Birth?
No. I have no interest in watching that.
Oh, you should. What is it?
I don't want to tell you yet.
Surprised?
I don't want to tell you on the podcast yet.
Okay.
I'll text you.
Okay.
Because I feel like I'm locked in if I say it on the podcast.
True. You will like it, though, if she sticks with it. So,
Rango.
It's not Rango. She wouldn't like Rango.
It's that animated lizard Rango.
Yeah.
Rango.
Oh. I thought you were saying like a good real movie.
Rango is a good real movie.
Oh. I don't want to watch a lizard movie.
So all these people are being abducted by monster demon things. So Mary Jane calls the Coast Guard for help.
Yeah, a bunch of
So they
Rangos.
could see Caesar.
Hi, buddy.
Tune into the second YouTube at 39:58 to see Caesar on the bed.
Here, look at Jinjo. You see him?
No, we see the ceiling.
You see him?
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
now
there
we
it
do.
is,
Yeah.
There you go.
We see nothing now.
You see
There you
nothing.
go.
But yeah,
There's
so
Jinjo.
Mary Jane calls the Coast Guard for help, but the officers of the Coast Guard are also possessed humans, and they just like ignore the call from Mary. I was like, how did they get the Coast Guard already? Never comes to fruition. You never know. But Shaggy, Mary, and Daphne the next day, they wake up on the beach. They explore the island, and everything appears as if nothing happened last night. The windows aren't broken anymore. There's not trees knocked down. There's not fires everywhere.
All the Rangos went home. Yeah.
Yeah, all the lizards went home. All while Sugar Ray performs. Just it's actually Sugar Ray.
Or like Sugar Gay. Do you ever see that video?
Oh, what is this video?
Oh, well, he's like having a concert, and some guy's like Sugar Gay, and then he like freaks out and like quits and walks off the stage.
I got to see this.
You should see it. We'll put a link in the description. Brandon will provide that, as well as a 5-paragraph essay on the importance of the incident.
No, I will probably provide neither of them.
Yeah, you got this.
And so then they find Fred. They encounter him. He has no recollection of demons or being kidnapped. He's acting just like a college bro. He's just given all the lingo. But him and the demons begin to attack the remaining gang, while the luchador Zarkos attacks Daphne to try and steal that Damon Rightus pyramid back. And
These
so
Rangos are mean business, yeah.
Escaping them, Shaggy and Scooby hop on some ATVs. They're riding through the jungle when they encounter Mary Jane, so they pick her up, and Scooby finds out that when Mary Jane's smacked across the face going 40 miles an hour by a tree branch and she should be dead, her face distorts and she's got the green Rango eyes going on.
She's a Rango.
She's possessed. She's a demon. And so Scooby begins to like try and attack her when they stop, and he's barking at her, and Shaggy's trying to defend her, but Scooby and Shaggy start fighting. Scooby falls down a pit. And so Shaggy jumps in after him. No, he doesn't die. When he goes in after him, he searches and he finds this vat of protoplasm containing the souls of all the people that are possessed, including his friends.
Including Mary Jane.
He doesn't find her, no.
But she might be in there.
She could be.
Just the gang.
Just the gang. The Bloods and the Crips.
The Rangos took them.
And so he finds and frees the souls of Daphne, Fred, and Velma. The souls get to return to their body as little floating flying heads, except, of course, Fred and Daphne's souls enter the other person's body, and they get to play off that bit a little bit where she's like, oh my God, there's so much in between my legs. Why am I smelly? And Fred's just the whole time like, I gotta look at my titties. Yeah.
Look at all my boobs. Yeah, and it's so like body horror, dystopia imagery, scenery, that it really gives a sense of impending doom that pervades right around the screen.
It gives you Videodrome / Martyrs / The Substance vibes.
/ The Substance. Was that what I was going to say?
Yeah. Yeah, I knew you were. And so when the souls re-enters its body, the demons are subsequently thrown out of the body. And Velma quickly discovers that sunlight destroys the demons. It makes them break out into little hives and blow up.
It's like the Spy Kids thing.
He's pulling a Rango over there.
My favorite character.
So yeah, sunlight kills them, and Velma concludes that they require the human bodies as a protective source for the sunlight.
So these Rangos are actually Draculas?
They are Draculas, in fact.
These Rangos are Draculas.
But not like a Twilight Dracula. You'll learn about that soon. They can be in the sun. They just sparkle. They just like shine like a disco ball.
They get sweaty.
No, they just shine like a disco ball. They
That's
might get sweaty.
sensitive.
Can't wait.
And so
Emotionally sensitive.
Shaggy finds the crew and shows them that he stole the Daemonitis back. But then they're all standing around the Daemonitis. The four of them keep switching souls and switching bodies like over and over and over until they enter their own selves. So they get to play that off a little bit too.
That's right.
And so they're running around trying to figure out what they need to do when they bump into a voodoo priest who lives on the island. He informs them that the demons are to perform what's called the Darkopolis.
Darkageddon.
Dark again. The dark.
Agagon. Dark Agamemnon.
Dark Agamemnon. There's
Yeah.
4 things together. It's Dark
That's what the-
Apocalypse,
that's what the
Agatha
movie said.
Christie, Armageddon, and Agamemnon.
Agamemnon. I was extremely close.
Flowers for Dark Agamemnon.
I was incredibly close. That's good too.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of the show/book Flowers in the Attic, Lucas?
No.
Marina loves it.
No, don't tell people I
Your
love
favorite
that.
movie?
No, I've seen like 20 minutes of it.
She's seen like 40 minutes of it. But no, it's
The
not her
best
favorite
40
movie.
minutes.
We know what her favorite movie is.
Extremely loud, incredibly.
Right.
Extremely
You're
loud
gonna
and close.
I'm never coming on this podcast again.
No, it's apparently this movie about 2 siblings that fall in love.
Interesting.
Yeah. We caught
I'm
some
in.
of it at my mom's.
I'm in.
So we got the Dark.
Don't say you're in.
I want to watch it. I'm in.
He's in. We got the Darkopolis. It's a ritual
Okay.
which will see them, the demons, the Rangos, rule the world for 10,000 years if and only if a pure soul is sacrificed in the Daemonitis. And they're like, no human can be pure. They're like, oh shit, Scooby's pure.
He's pure. It's like a Dragon Wars thing going on.
It is kind of like a Dragon Wars Amugi Yuiju Rango kind of thing. And so they're
Close
like,
Encounters type thing. Yeah.
why would Scooby be here then? They're like, well, Mondavarius invited us, so that must be the true reason why he invited us. He's behind it all. So finally realizing their mistakes of splitting up as a gang, they decide to put aside their differences for good and work together with Shaggy to save Scooby and the rest of the world.
They need him.
And so they infiltrate the ritual site with a plan to
That makes
release the
sense.
souls, kill the demons with a disco skull, and save them all. But the ritual starts a little sooner than they were thinking, and a mishap by Shaggy leaves them unprepared. So he must dress as one of the ritual member pallbearers and sneak in. He knocks out this food.
A Rango, and then he's hanging out with the rest of the Rangos, unbeknownst to them. Sort of a Star Wars homage.
Well, it's tricky because all these Rangos are in human skin, so you don't even know. It's like a xenomorph kind of thing.
Knows. Like of the Thing kind of thing.
Yeah. And Shaggy, being the pallbearer for Scooby, he's carrying him into his sacrifice, and he apologizes to his friends. They're about to run for it until Scooby's soul is snatched from his body by a giant like claw machine game.
Right.
And Mondavarius is got the Daemonitis in his chest. He's sucking all these souls into his body, and then Scooby's is coming into his body too.
Oh.
What?
Lucas.
Oh, just no.
Yeah.
So Scooby's soul, all's about to be lost. There's about to enter him. Mondavarius is foiled by Shaggy, who lunges at him and closes the pyramid, stopping the transfer.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my god, look, they pull the same old trick where it's somebody wearing a mask. They pull off Mondavarius' face, and it's a robot.
It's the ghost.
No, it's not the Luna Ghost. It's a robot. And they open up the chest, and inside is Scrappy Doo.
That bad twist.
Scooby's estranged nephew that was kicked from the gang earlier. So now he's become increasingly power hungry and egomaniacal to get control.
It's like a Macbeth thing.
Yeah, And so absorbing the tourist souls, he's got all these souls in his power. Scrappy transforms into a huge Rango demon monster, and he tries to kill the gang.
Scrappy, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's rude.
This is your
But
family, Scrappy.
Velma and Fred are down there fighting demons. Shaggy's trying to get Scooby's back, but Daphne's up on the roof trying to finish the plan by opening the rafters and getting the skull disco ball going. But of course, who's up there but Zarkos, the luchador wrestler?
He's up there.
But she gets
Hanging
to
out.
use her black belt background now.
Jiu-jitsu.
She fights the wrestler.
Puts him in a flying triangle.
She didn't, no. Sadly.
A cross-section armbar to choke him out.
She eventually knocks Zarkos down through the rooftop vents and into the vat of protoplasms, tipping it over, returning most of the souls to their bodies, and then releasing the demons, who then are killed by Daphne, reflecting the sunlight through the disco skull.
Getting those Rango Draculas.
Exactly. And so Shaggy then frees the rest of the souls, reversing Scrappy-Doo's transformation in the process, and he finds the real Mondavarius imprisoned for months in a like a bomb shelter beneath the
It's like
island.
a sexual prisoner. Yeah, it was ridiculous. Evidence of abuse.
They were
Like a room
sure.
situation.
He was like super skinny. He had a giant beard.
He was dressed in leather. They kept calling him the Gimp.
No, he wasn't gimpy.
He was a Gimp.
He wasn't a gimp. And so Scrappy and his henchmen are then all arrested, and the Mystery Inc. reunites. And that's the end. Well, except there's a credit scene as Shaggy and Scooby get that all-you-can-eat buffet
They
portion.
finally get it.
And they're eating hot peppers, and they're hot.
Oh.
Extremely hot and incredibly close.
Incredibly peppers.
And incredible.
And that's the movie.
That's the movie, Extremely Hot and Incredibly Peppers.
It's a good menu item for Chili's. They ever do 9/11 month, yeah.
If a Chili's restaurant ever wants to do a 9/11 themed month, yeah, one of their menu items could be incredibly hot.
You get wings,
Extremely
either 9
hot
of them.
and incredibly peppers.
You get 9 wings or 11 wings.
Ooh.
That's all I got. There's 2 menu items.
The sizzling Twin Tower
There's
fajitas.
2 menu items.
There's 3 items.
There's 3.
And water.
And chips and dip.
For extra.
Yeah, of course. So that's gonna end our movie. Should we do some Rurs?
Ruby Roo. How
You
does
take-
he say his own name ever?
Ruby Roo.
Ruby Roo.
Do you take any quotes for Rotes for
I
Ruby
did.
Roo?
I don't remember why am I protesting?
Probably because you didn't watch the movie.
No, I did, and I took lots of quotes. But I'm going to protest until the native lands are returned to the native people.
Okay.
So
Hopefully any
longer
day
than
now.
this podcast will exist.
Hopefully any day now. Did you take any quotes, Marina?
No, because I didn't know I was supposed to be on the podcast, and I read my book through the movie. But Brandon generously gave me some of his.
I took 18 quotes, so
Oh.
pick
So
your.
Marina's going to do 14 of them.
Okay.
Why would we only do 14?
Well,
No,
you'll do
I'm
5.
doing 14.
You're taking 14?
That's what he just said. Marina's doing 14 of them.
Damn, okay. Or if you
You'll
want
do
to.
5.
Wait, how many do you have total?
18?
I'll do 10.
Oh, she gets more than half.
10.
Yeah, I'm the guest.
Good.
Go for it. Pick which
And
one
the
you like.
woman.
I'm just going to start at the top.
Oh.
Okay, this one is Velma. She says, this is Velma and Fred. Velma says, I know you. All you care about are swimsuit models. Fred said, Look, I'm a man of substance. Dorky chicks like you turn me on too. And then I'm pretty sure she just stormed off.
She did. Dorky chicks like you turn me on too.
Sexy.
Mary Jane said, I'm Mary Jane. And Shaggy said, like, that's my favorite name.
Like, that's my favorite name.
Yeah.
He does.
His last dance with her, to be fair.
This one's between Velma and Daphne. Velma said, oh, please, you come with your own ransom note. Daphne snatches Velma's glasses off her face. Velma says, hey, my glasses! Daphne said, who's helpless now?
Classic line. Yeah, you had to include that one.
Yeah.
Where's
Didn't the monster return the glasses?
That was at a different moment. But yeah, the monster
the
just
Rango.
The Rango hands her glasses, yeah.
He's trying to use the correct terminology.
1, 2, 3, 4. A creature said, I've got a bag
this is on the phone.
of hamburgers for you. All you have to do is come out into the dark, shadowy part of the woods where no one can see you. And Scooby-Doo excitedly says, hamburgers? Okay.
Hamburgers.
I got a bag of hamburgers for you.
Oh my god, this is such a long quote. Shaggy says, hey, you guys, look, I know I'm just the dude that carries the bags, but it seems to me we all play an important part of this group. I mean, we're just like a big, delicious banana split. Fred, you're the big banana. Daphne, you're the pastrami and bubblegum flavored ice cream. Velma, you're the sweet and sour mustard sauce that goes on top. It's the worst banana split ever.
Yeah. He's the roadie.
He is. He just carries the bags. You're right.
Out at like one of the beach bars, the bartender got a phone call and he just yells out, I got a call here for Mr. Doo. I got a call for Mr. Doo. And Melvin stands up and says, Melvin Doo? And then the bartender's just like, no, Scooby-Doo.
That did not need to be in this movie at all. He's Melvin Doo? Like, who is this guy?
Like a Mr. Hunt, a Mike Hunt here.
Yeah, a Melvin Doo.
Where's Mike Hunt?
Yeah, my refrigerator is running Mike Hunt.
Happened to me in high
school. This next one, an island emissary says, my employer would like you to solve a mystery on Spooky Island.
This is good.
Shaggy says, hold on, man. We don't go anywhere with scary, spooky, haunted, or forbidden in the title. Scooby-Doo says, roar hydrochronic. Shaggy, right, or hydrochronic. But that's for a whole different reason, man.
Like they don't like to do. Like they don't like to do enemas.
No, I don't think they're like lab grown weed made using hydroponics.
So the way Scooby says it, I read this as a fact. Hydrochronic is supposed to be hydrochronic like weed, but Shaggy says hydrocolonic like enemas. It's like we don't go there.
Neither good. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just doing 2 more. Velma says, let's get jinky with it. Like jinkies. Fred says, man, we got beats like it was the Lizniz on Earth. You know what I'm saying, G?
Having you try and read that quote as white as possible, like taking you a minute to process out. Like, man, we got the beats. It was the Lizniz. Like, we got the beats. Like, it was the Lizniz on Earth.
Like Snoop.
The let's get jinky with it reminds me of the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey when Pooh on the movie says it's Pooh in time. It gives me Pooh in time, Morbin time vibes.
Let's jinky with it.
Agatha Christie vibes. Okay, let's see what I've got left. When Shaggy finds Daphne's soul in the protoplasm vat, she goes, "Put me back, Shaggy. I'll figure a way out myself." He's like how? And she's like, "I don't know. I'll use my tongue as an oar to swim to the edge." Don't make that face, Lucas. Don't make that face. Why are you making that face?
Lucas.
Red face.
You look like that guy from 90 Day Fiancé that had no neck.
Yeah. Apparently he's fit now.
I doubt it.
He found his neck.
At the very beginning of the film, when Pamela Anderson breaks through the wall and all the news teams come up after they solved the Luna Ghost mystery, they just go up to Fred. They go, Fred, how do you do it? And Fred just goes, teamwork. I do a lot of teamwork.
I do a lot of the teamwork. Like Mahomes.
When Velma is drunk...
Lucas!
When Velma is drunk explaining her past to that other guy and they're talking about Scrappy-Doo, Scrappy said puppy power during it, and she goes, or the friend goes, puppy power, huh? And she's laughing. She's like, he wasn't even a puppy. He had a gland disorder.
Ow!
Let's see. Old Man Smithers, when they catch him and he's in love with Pamela Anderson, he goes, how could you, Pamela? I'm a lover boy of George Clooney in proportions.
Lover boy.
Lover boy, yeah. Oh, when they're switching bodies and everything, Daphne goes like, hey, I'm me again. And Velma in Fred's body goes, yippee for you. And then Shaggy in Velma's cleavage one goes like, man, like, why am I wearing a dress?
Good delivery.
Oh, this is a good one. When all the gang quits at the beginning of the film, Scooby goes, do I quit? And Shaggy just goes, no, Scoob. Friends don't quit. It looks like it's just you and me for a while, bud. And I was like, oh, it's really sad. The friends don't quit's actually kind of beautiful.
Family means Ohana. What he said.
Family means nothing.
Whoa.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
Daphne, when she gets to Spooky Island, she sees some people carrying bags. She goes, thank goodness. I thought I was going to have to carry this luggage all the way up to the hotel myself. And Mondavarius just goes, that's what Spooky Island's all about. Realizing your worst fears.
Ooh, Chekhov's greeting.
A penultimate quote, Shaggy talking to Mary Jane. He's playing a crane machine to get her this little severed head turnip. He goes, Fred says crane machines are a useless talent, and I should have learned French. But I say, you don't need to understand that voulez-vous coucher avec moi to love that song, and voila! And then Mary Jane's like, nobody's ever given me a stuffed dismembered head before. But I do like the, you don't have to need to understand the voulez-vous coucher avec moi to love that song. Topical,
yeah.
too. Different song, but and then my last one's a Velma quote, just being nerdy as hell. When she realizes that they explode in the sunlight, she goes, the creatures must need our bodies to survive in the sunlight, like a human suit. SPF 1 million.
One person.
Yeah, exactly.
One Rango.
Sexual party favor is what SPF stands for.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Most people think it's a sun protection factor, but it's not.
Sexual party favors.
So that's going to end our quotes. Ratings time. Lucas, Marina's making you go first. Thermometer.
I like this movie.
I'm not asking for your rating.
Oh.
You're guessing thermometer.
I'm going to guess a 30 on the thermometer.
Marina?
This is just people.
This is critics.
The critics weed.
40.
The winner today, oh, and you were up 3-1. The winner today is Lucas.
Suck it. Yeah.
That's fine.
It's a 32%. You were so
almost
close.
Hit it. Good on me. I'm usually in line with the critics. The audience is going to be a 60 flat.
60 flat, Marina?
I was going to say way higher, like 75.
75?
Yeah.
The winner today is Lucas. The People's Weed gave it a 40%.
Dang.
Not much better. The People's Weed. We're tied.
I thought people would like it and think it's really funny.
Yeah. How about IMDb Metascore, Lucas?
Manic March. I'm going to say that the critics gave it a 36. 7.
Marina,
What are we doing?
Metascore critics.
Metacritic.
I don't know, 30.
Oh, it's right in between you guys, but Lucas is the winner. It's a 35.
35. So close.
And lastly, an audience score out of 10 on IMDb.
The People's Weed. I really like this movie. I thought that it was a mix of
It's not
all
your
sorts of.
rating.
I'm gonna guess a 4.3 sounds right.
I was going to say 4.
The winner today is Lucas.
Clean sweep in the ratings.
It's a 5.3. And a 5.3 on our list of films lands right around basically all the films we've been doing recently, I think I remember.
All of our movies.
Let's see. 5.3.
It's a movie.
It is a movie. You're very right. 5.3. Scooby-Doo. All right. Films just worse than this include Little Nicky,
Worse.
the Point Break remake, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Marina's favorite film, 8 Crazy Nights.
I hated it.
Transformers The Last Night, the Cogman one is right there too, Lucas.
The best Transformers.
With Morbius, Dollman, Moonfall, and Stealth right there too.
Good and bad mix.
Just better than Scooby-Doo include How Do You Know? We're about to do that one. Earth Girls Are Easy. We liked that one.
We did.
Hotel for Dogs, Jack Frost, and Christmas with the Cranks.
3 movies you cried at.
Brandon cries at everything. That literally means nothing.
Yeah, my technician today was trying to recommend a Korean drama for me to watch. And she was like, this is like really good. You'll actually cry in it. And I was like, Rebecca, that means nothing. I cry in commercials. You got to give me something more. So, Lucas, you've been dying to give your rating. What are you giving Scooby-Doo?
Ooh, good question. I haven't really
You
thought
didn't
about
think I was going to ask that.
It's got all sorts of my favorite influences all around it. So you would think that the pie comes out. It's got Rango. It's got Agatha Christie. It's got Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. It's got The Godfather. But despite all of that, Impending Doom, I am the Lynchian feel. I'm going to give it a 4.0 flat on the lasagna scale in my memory. Doesn't live up to its memories. It's more part and parcel than it is some, and it's worth more in the hand than 2 in the bush. So I'm gonna give it a 4 flat.
Okay, Marina.
I'm just gonna give it a 5. I remember liking it as a kid, but honestly, this whole time we were watching it and I was reading my book, I thought we were watching the second one.
What would you give the second one?
I don't remember
from your memory.
I don't remember it because we determined that I was combining both into one movie.
Okay.
So it's fine. Like, I mean, I wasn't annoyed that it was on in the background, but also I'm not just gonna sit there and watch it.
Okay.
5 down the middle.
I'm the highest of us. I'm a 6.6.
Devil's number.
I enjoy Scooby-Doo. I think it's fun. I think it's a little raunchier than normal for a kid Scooby-Doo film, but it's still pretty tame in the most parts. Kind of a guilty pleasure, I would say. There is some funny quips in there with the adult plays, but all in all, easy watch, fun watch, 6.6.
That's fair. We ran the gambit.
Lucas, Big Rog. He's here.
He didn't.
He did. Big Rog, 3 critic reviews, says the film exists in a closed universe and the rest of us are the aliens. The internet was invented so that you can find someone else's review of Scooby-Doo. So start surfing. 1 out of 4 stars.
He does it again.
Yeah, that was a pretty good review, honestly.
Everyone is good. Everyone is fresh.
Peter Travers at Rolling Stone says, get out your pooper scoopers. Due happens June 14th. Warn the ads for Scooby-Doo, and they say there's no truth in Hollywood.
Rude.
A lot of dog puns in it.
You got out the
Rude.
paper scooper yesterday.
I did. So much snow had melted yesterday that I had to pick it all up.
In your bathroom.
Yeah.
There was so much snow outside, I didn't know what to do. I just kept shitting on the floor in our bathroom. It was
Where to
disgusting.
go? Yeah.
Oh, that's super
That
funny.
was really good.
And my last one's by, I don't think I've ever used this critic reviewer, Hank Struver at the Washington Post.
You step up to the plate, Mr. Strooper.
He says, "You don't want to love this, but you will. Although Scooby-Doo falls short of becoming the blazing saddles of Generation X, Y, and Z, it is hard to resist in its charms." Which I can kind of see.
You're on that side. You're a Gruber guy.
I'm a Gruber, Hans Gruber guy. And then, like I told you last week during Roman Holiday, I got rid of all the Songbirds and the Snoopy Styles and the Plankton Rules and the Cost Masks, all the average ratings of the 6s and the 4s and things, because this movie was so ripe on IMDb with just 1s and 10 reviews, like
You went
so
avant-garde.
divisive that I only picked 1s and 10s. So I think there's
You went
6 of them.
avant-garde with it.
First up is, I think my only returner is Bevo 13678.
Bevo.
Bevo. Bevo.
Bevo.
Really enthusiastic, you two. Bevo.
Bevo.
Bevo says, a movie based on the wonderful cartoon. I wish Velma did more of the. I wish Velma did more with the losing her glasses bit. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He just wishes she lost her glasses more.
He does good.
Next up is by James Hitchcock.
Yeah.
And he says, I found the original cartoon series childish, but compared to this film, it looks like the last word in adult sophistication. I'm not sure what demographic the film is actually aimed at, apart from those who think that your mom eats cat poop counts as sparkling, witty repartee. Certainly not adults, certainly not children. Toddlers, infants, babes in arms. Is there any unexploited gap in the unborn fetus market? 1 out of 10.
Lucas,
There is
stop.
no gap. They will go to no distance.
In the unborn fetus market?
Yeah, bring
Finger
back the
cracked
crisis
open again.
Marina's finger cracked open again.
That's another reason to bring back Christ.
Next up is by Jamie Waters, but Jamie is spelled Jaemie.
J Money.
J Money
Gem-
Waters.
Gem-
They say, oh, this one is wild. Just buckle in, Lucas. It is a great movie for the whole family to enjoy. It is one good movie. It is a funny movie. It is a hoot. You will like this movie a lot. I even like it. And this is a cool movie. You will say, wow, this is a great movie. It is one of a good movie. I never saw a movie this good before. It is one funny movie. You will like this movie a lot. This movie is the bomb. It is one good movie. You will like this movie a lot. This movie is the bomb. This movie is on fire. It is one cool movie. I like this movie a lot that I want to watch it now. This is one cool movie. This is one good movie that you will like it a lot. Make this movie number 1 of all the Scooby-Doo movies. I like this movie so much. You will like it too. This movie is a masterpiece, a work of art, a amazing movie that you just have to see to believe it. I like this movie a lot, and so will you and your kids. Have a great Scooby-Doo day, and you will like it. 10 out of 10.
They got me with the ending there.
Was that one sentence?
No, there's one period in there where I took a break.
Have a
It
great
sounded
Scooby-Doo
like
day.
a 7-year-old was like speech to text.
Yeah.
It
Just
sounded
ranting about his favorite movie.
like one of our guests, Kelly, got a hold of a laptop and typed out a review.
Roasted Kelly
Calling her
out of
out.
nowhere.
This
Next, oh no, I think this is a returner. Lammy Pie 2.
is Kevin.
Kevin Lamb? Oh, Kevin Lammy Pie. I guess Kevin says, I don't care if Jesus wanted to play Shaggy. You just don't do it. A waste of film, a waste of time. And now, ... there's a sequel in the works. Why? Reminds me of President Bush 1 and President Bush 2. Disasters. 1 out of 10.
Yeah, equal disasters. I think Jesus would make a good Shaggy though. If we go off his stereotypical image. They kind of match up.
I think so too. I think you're right. Kevin,
Better
you're
than like
wrong.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Kevin's wrong. So Kelly wrote a review and Kevin wrote a review. Next up is by newcomer
That normally does.
Jesse Gehrig. And he says, whom are the villains so enamored with feces that they wanted to make this movie? Don't you ever think about it? Don't you ever wonder what are the dark, insidious forces that collude daily to ensure and enshrine mediocrity? Are you telling me the world makes things like the Nazi Party or this movie or global poverty and you don't fucking question it? All that misery, it's got to spring up from somewhere. It doesn't just magically appear. And what? You don't fucking notice? You don't fucking care? Goddamn fucking soul-crushing fucking bastards? 1 out of 10.
That's a
Passionate.
lot for a kid's movie.
No, you compared it to world poverty and the Nazi Party,
That is
too.
passionate. I mean, Scooby-Doo presents it.
Yeah. And our ultimate review today is by Sean Martin, 2605. And Sean says, Scooby-Doo greater than Shawshank. Swag, 10 out of 10.
Swag.
Accurate.
Kevin got a review in too.
So we got Seth,
Oh,
we
yeah.
got Kelly, we got Kevin, we got Devin. That rhymed. We got Rango, we got Agatha Christie, and we got recommendations. Are you recommending, Marina?
Sure.
Lucas?
No.
Oh, I think I am. I think it's fun. Seth would have recommended
right
for
down the
sure.
middle.
He would have given this a 7.3 for sure.
Probably. His
So,
best rating.
that's going to end Scooby-Doo this week in our first installment in Manic March. Thank you for joining us,
Monkey
Marina.
business.
God damn you.
Thanks for having me on. Sorry I wasn't the best guest this time.
That's rude, Brandon. Making monkey noises at your wife when she speaks.
You said
Yeah.
you said the words. So next week we have hopefully a guest.
Yes,
Hopefully another guest
maybe.
doesn't fall through.
Maybe a Seth.
Maybe a Seth. To a person that I went to high school with. She did some stand-up comedy, improv comedy for a long time. She's got a goal this year to watch 300 movies, and so I was like, I'm going to invite her on. Her name is Geneva Copeland. So support her comedy, all that stuff. Tune in next week for The Beekeeper. We've been talking about The Beekeeper for a while, Lucas. I'm excited.
I'm going to keep these bees.
You better keep them. And so with that, thank you all. Tune in next week. Wash your vegetables, but also wash your fruit. You forgot to tell people to wash their fruit.
I think you don't have to. I think the bacteria is allergic to the glucose in fruit.
You're right.
Just go ahead and pop that thing in.
They don't like that. Yeah, just pop your fruit in, pop that cherry, and we'll see you next week.
The zucchinis.
Love you. Bye.
Wash the zucchinis. Because they're technically vegetable.
Zucchinis are a vegetable, yes.
You're so smart, Lucas.
Are you guys still recording?
No.
Oh, I am.
What did you mean when you texted me this morning about Dune Part 2 that just said fire in the hole?
I don't know. I think I saw I had to respond to a text and just sent something off.
You didn't even read that I was texting you about Dune Part 2. You just said fire in the hole.
I mean, Dune's a good movie, so it's like, hell yeah, so fire in the hole,
fire
baby.
in the hole. I get it, I guess, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of shooting, so...
There was a lot of shooting in that film.
In the
Gady Prime shit was so cool.
The what?
The Harkonnen planet shit. That's their planet.
Oh, yeah.
Where some, like, inverted colors and shit. The lights.
When Austin Butler is fighting in the dome. Oh, man, it was
Austin
so
Butler's
cool.
the best part of that movie, I think, yeah.
He was so good.
He's great. And you guys are great.
Well, thanks.
Lucas, I was going to tell you that I went to the trampoline park today and no one hit me in the head with a basketball.
Did you even try in dodgeball?
I did go in the dodgeball, but it was toddler time, so...
How much did you jump? You're not supposed to jump when you're pregnant.
Callie can't jump, so I just bounced.
Yeah. You didn't really.
No one lasered in on you.
No.
So much that
The
employees
toddlers
had
were
to
much
tell me to
kinder to
stop.
me.
Marina was trying to double bounce the toddlers doing gainers out there.
Like, the employee had like, you gotta knock it off. Quit picking on her.
Oh, you want to tell him your birthday movie?
Oh, I was thinking of doing Good Will Hunting.
Oh, my original all-time favorite, of course.
I really
the
liked
goat.
it so much.
It's so good.
Baby Ben, Baby Matt. It is great. Definitely
It's
pick
so
that
good.
choice.
Okay, that's
I
my
might give it
top
a few
choice
now.
right now, but my birthday's not till July, so.
Well, happy early birthday.
Thanks.
See you guys.
Bye, Lucas.
Bye, Lucas.